What finally happened? Dune is getting a part 2! Man, hopefully one day we can actually see this part 2 going around. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. We're going to talk about Val Zod. Then we're going to talk about Dune Part 2 and a little bit of Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2. Alright, let's talk about Val Zod. Now, it was reported a while back that Michael B. Jordan was working on a Val Zod project, which is amazing. I'm especially more excited for Val Zod than J.J. Abrams' Black Clark Kent Superman project. Almost leaning like I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But I love Val Zod because he's an actual black Superman in the comic books. And Michael B. Jordan is so passionate about Val Zod. And Calvin Ellis as well. But now it's being reported by Deadline today. Michael B. Jordan's Val Zod superhero project lands. Darnell Mateer and Josh Peters to adapt for HBO Max. The writers of Transformers Rise of the Beasts are set to write Val Zod, the HBO Max adaptation that Michael B. Jordan's Outlier Society is producing for DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers Television. According to this, Val Zod is actually going to be a mini-series, not a movie. Val Zod is the story of another Kryptonian with powers who hails from the same doomed planet as Superman. The hero is black, and he finds refuge on Earth too. Like the original Man of Steel, he is sheltered on his adopted planet, but eventually in the comics is pitted against a brainwashed Superman. Now at this time, it's unclear if he's actually going to be suiting up as Superman, Val Zod. He's just executive producing it for now, but I'm really hoping that he will play the part. I mean, he looks fantastic in all the fan arts that's going out there. He definitely can bulk up to look the part. And plus, it's such a passion project for him. I would love to see him in the suit. And maybe one day Val Zod could, eventually meet Henry Cavill's Superman or something. They also add that the official title for this series is Val Zod, which I think is really cool, but I don't know, being a Superman fan, I hope they could just work in Superman in the title somewhere. Alright, let's talk about Dune Part 2. So I got to watch Dune Part 1, and it was an amazing experience. The visuals, top notch. The music, incredible. And I just love that this world feels very lived in. It feels real. And even though it was like 2.5 hours and a lot of it was just exposition, I really loved that. I really like how they explain the culture, explain the factions, and even the details on the ships. And like gigantic sized ships. That is so freaking awesome. I've never read Dune. I barely remember the David Lynch version. Most of my knowledge of Dune was really the Westwood Studios Command and Conquer type strategy game. But I'm a big fan of Denis Villeneuve, and being a big fan of Blade Runner 2049, I couldn't wait to see this movie, and I was not disappointed at all. Now, people are wondering if there were going to be a Dune Part 2, and I love that it said Dune Part 1 right at the beginning, just to make sure that this is just Part 1 of, more. Now, like I said, I've never read the books, and I don't want to read the books because I don't know what's going to happen next, and I think that's the magic of actually getting to watch the next movie. Now, as of today, Dune reaped in $41 million at the domestic box office, which added up to $220 million globally to date, becoming Warner Bros.' biggest domestic box office opening weekend of 2021 so far. But that's not all. Apparently, Samba TV came out with their numbers for how many people went on HBO Max to watch this thing. Apparently, 1.9 million US households watched Dune during its Thursday release and first weekend streaming on HBO Max. Well, thankfully, Legendary Today tweeted this out. This is only the beginning. Thank you to those who have experienced Dune movie so far and those who are going in the days and weeks ahead. We're excited to continue the journey. Dune Part 2. And just seeing that image, Dune Part 2, it was a celebration today. I don't know what's going to happen in the next one, but I'm hoping Paul Atreides actually gets to avenge his family in the second Dune. Although there were talks that maybe it's a trilogy? I don't know. But if it was a trilogy, I'm hoping Denis Villeneuve actually gets to shoot Part 2 and 3 back to back. Not like the first one. They were just like, here's Part 1, and then we're just going to wait to greenlight the second one. No, just go all in. Do like the Matrix 2 and 3, Two Towers, Revenge of the King. Shoot it all at the same time. So it's guaranteed we'll get a sequel after the Part 2. Unless Part 2 is the last one. I don't really know. But ironically, them greenlighting Dune 2 actually brought up the conversation about Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. When Boris Kitt added this, breaking, Dune 2 is a go from Legendary, which has an 80% stake in it, and Warner's, which has 20%. October 2023 is the planned release date. October 2023, wow, that is like 2 years away, but I guess it'll be worth it. But yeah, Legendary has an 80% stake in Dune 2. That means they're covering most of the expenses for Dune 2, and will probably reap that much amount of reward for Dune 2's success. And since Legendary is like footing most of the bill, I mean, that's pretty much an easy way to greenlight something that they don't have to invest 100% into it. I'm kind of wondering, maybe we can do it back in the day when Legendary and Syncope footed some of the bill for Man of Steel. Maybe Legendary can come back and put a little bit of stake into Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm sure Stone Quarry could invest a little bit of money into it as well. And Alex Lowell actually put this tweet out comparing the Zack Snyder's Justice League numbers to Dune. I guess we know where the HBO Max cutoff point to justify a sequel is. Restore the Snyderverse. 1.8 million compared to 1.9 million. So that's not really far off, yet Dune is getting a sequel to the first movie. And in Variety's article, Warner Media and Sarnoff actually had this to say about why they are greenlighting Dune 2. Warner Media leadership also hinted at a Part 2 in an interview with Variety on Thursday, with executive Ann Sarnoff saying that the greenlight would be based on the entirety of what Dune can do for the company, including HBO Max. The story in itself sets up for a sequel. The production is so amazing and the storytelling is so compelling that it's not going to be judged on box office alone, Sarnoff said. And Zack Snyder's Justice League story definitely set up for a sequel. You can see it when you actually watch it. It's no secret there was going to be a Part 2 and a Part 3. And she said herself they're not going to be judging on box office alone. But yet Dune Part 1 got a Part 2 and Zack Snyder's Justice League is getting nothing. Now, if only they released Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters, we could have had a better comparison. So you may be saying it's really difficult to compare Zack Snyder's Justice League and Dune. And that's true, because one is 4 hours, the other one's 2.5. One went to the box office and HBO Max, while the other one just went to HBO Max. I would like to even argue that one was very much promoted by Warner Media and the other one wasn't. Also, the fact that there was an interview before Zack Snyder's Justice League came out to say that they're not going to continue Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, having a movie that's technically 4 years old, to most people it's a director's cut, still be at the level of all these day and date releases? I mean, that's a win? Which I'm all happy for Dune Part 2. I'm so happy that's coming because I can't wait to watch it. But there's an epic story with Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. But because it's DC, ultimately the green light has to come from Warner Media. And it just seems like they're not really caring about the success or failure of Zack Snyder's Justice League. They just want it to go away. So at this moment in time, even though nothing is happening right now, Zack Snyder still has plenty of work on his table. He's got Army of Thieves is coming out. He's working on Rebel Moon and a whole ton of other projects. I guess we're still hoping that Discovery comes in and does something, though it's not guaranteed. But I'm saying if Discovery is more about money and less about ego, maybe Stone Quarry and Legendary or whatever production wants to come in, help invest Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2 and 3, and David Zaslav will understand the profits they could accumulate by investing into Zack Snyder's Justice League.